I remember riding my bike home the last day of school for summer vacation. That's how it feels.
Remember, I didn't ask to do this.
Why are you guys here?
Well, we're actually on the way to meet a big group of people called the Caravan. And the Caravan is a group of probably, 30, 40 people that travel around the United States and fly from different airports along the way. So we're going up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Powered Parachute Caravan 3, the Badland Buffalo Big Sky Tour. My name is Dana. I'm a Powered Parachute sport pilot from Phoenix, Arizona. All caravans begin in a similar fashion. You load it up and hit the road. Our trip began with an invitation from Perry Pallmeyer. The Flatwing Flyers, a group of PPC pilots in Colorado, were having a flyabout in Alamosa, hosted by Toby and his family at the Crosshair Ranch. Not only did Toby offer up his airfield, but they also made lunch and dinner every day. His special thanks for the generous hospitality. What a fantastic place to fly. Well, we had made it to Alamosa, and now we had a week to get to South Dakota. But what do you do with a week to spare with Perry? You fly, and you fly a lot. And of course, he entertains you a little bit along the way.
Now these are Nebraska croutons.
Nebraska croutons. Okay.
Adds a little crunch to the salad.
At a place called Hay Springs in Nebraska, the locals came out to see what we were up to. We had hooked up with some caravanners en route, and the town was having a parade the next day. Henry and Lyman pulled a powered parachute through town to liven up their parade just a little bit. We were now less than half a tank of gas away from taking the first flight with Powered Parachute Caravan 3. The intentions of the PPC Caravan is to fly every state in the Union. Most of us have flown in about 20 so far. The number of airports we have flown from number 30 to 40. For the PPC pilot, that's a bunch, since very few have actually taxied onto an active runway. In 2006, we flew the Midwest and enjoyed the fall colors. This year, 2007, we would begin in South Dakota, on to Wyoming, then up to Montana, over to North Dakota, and back down to South Dakota. The rig started pulling into Hot Springs, and the first thing Vi said to me was, "Man, I got awful gas mileage the last couple days." I suggested that he put his awning in before he got on the freeway next time. Might help just a little bit. The flying in Hot Springs was really nice. We flew up and down the Cheyenne River and then went and flirted with the Black Hills. And most important, we caught up with all of our friends. There's one thing about the Caravan that is really special. These folks are more like family than anything else. Well, the time had come to go ahead and move on to our next stop, which was Custer State Park, a few miles away. This, without question, is some of the most beautiful country you will ever see. The weather turned a little sour, but I think most everyone got to fly. A lot of time was spent sightseeing. There was Mount Rushmore, there was Crazy Horse, and wildlife was everywhere. Cindy really enjoyed listening to the buffaloes talk. At least that's what she said they were doing. But I didn't understand a word of it. While in Custer, Susie decided she wanted to go rock climbing. She had been climbing in Colorado with her daughter and had really liked it. So she hired a guide. His name is Daryl Stisser from Sylvan Rocks. Cindy and I tagged along to take some pictures. But in truth, I've been technical climbing a very long time and just wanted to make sure that Susie was in good hands. Daryl turned out to be a very experienced climber, a very patient, good, solid instructor. If you'd like to do a little adventuring while in Custer, give him a call. In the last caravan video, you might remember some stories about Susie's luck. Well, yep, here's another one. First, she tore off her insulin pump, and I did offer to reinsert the needle. Should have seen the look I got. Then she tore stitches open. Stitches? Well, she was working on her plane, getting it ready for the caravan, and in cutting a cable tie, she almost cut her knuckle off with a razor knife. She did tell the doctor to stitch it tight. She had big plans for the next couple weeks. Little did the doc know, he would need to put her in a body cast if he was going to really protect her. And once again, it was time to move on. Next stop was Hewlett, Wyoming, home of the monument they call Devil's Tower.